Hi, readers. Welcome back to My Reading Teacher. Today we have Miss Nelson Has a Field Day. So maybe you've read the other book about Miss Nelson. Miss Nelson is Missing. This is a continuation. It's a lot of fun by James Marshall. So sit back, relax, listen, pay attention, and you can take the ARR test on it later. If you're not at my school, you might not know what I'm talking about, but I know the students in Miss Chavez class and Miss McAdams, Miss Anderson's. I know they know what I'm talking about. So sit back and relax. Here we go. So it starts off Miss Nelson has a field day. For some weeks now, gloom had blanketed the Horace B. Smedley School. No one laughed or threw spitballs. No one even smiled. Miss Nelson was worried. Hmm. Everyone was down in the dumps. Hamburgers again today. And you can tell by their body language, no one is smiling. Everyone looks sad. Mr. Blandsworth was so depressed he hid under his desk. It's the worst team in the whole state, he said. So I want you to look carefully right down here. Mr. Blandsworth is the principal, and he is hiding under his desk. And it was true. The Smedley Tornadoes, that's the name of their team, were just pitiful. Now, pitiful means sad. And if you're really sad about a team, it just means they don't have what it takes to play the game. The Smedley Tornadoes, they hadn't won a game all year. We've all been on teams like that just try so hard, but they just can't win. They hadn't scored even one single point. Oh no. And lately they seemed only interested in horsing around and giving coach the business. Why practice? They said. We'll only lose anyway. Oh, that's sad. That's just not a very good attitude to have, is it? Just giving in, but they're depressed. They haven't won. We're in for it now, said the old Pop Hansen, the janitor. The big Thanksgiving game is coming up, and the werewolves from Central are real animals. They'll make mincemeat out of our team. What's to be done? Said Miss Nelson. We need a real expert, said Pop. There we go. That afternoon, while Miss Nelson was grading papers, she heard wild laughter. It was coming from the teacher's lounge. I like how the whole page is black and white, but then you see Miss Nelson. She just really stands out. And then you can see the light down the hallway, and you can see her looking down there. Coach Armstrong had cracked up. I'll make us a fresh pot of coffee, said Miss Nelson. So it looks like he's just gone a little bit crazy. When Coach had calmed down, Miss Nelson took him home in a taxi. You need a nice long rest. He needs a vacation. The next day, it was announced over the PA, so we would have it announced over our sonic boards, right? That Coach Armstrong would be out for a long time with the measles. Who will take his place? Said the kids. Oh no, they're worried. Who's going to be the new coach? Do you know? I think I know. Sorry, my pages stuck together. When Miss Nelson, hold on a sec. They're really stuck together. Sorry. When Miss Nelson passed by Lulu's after school, a serious discussion was going on. We need someone who can really get the team into shape for the big Thanksgiving game, said one kid. Someone who knows how to get results. It's too bad Miss Viola Swamp isn't around, said another. Who? Said a kid who was new to town. You've never heard of Viola Swamp, said the first kid. The meanest substitute in the whole wide world. She's a real witch. She'd have no trouble getting results. Mr. Blandsworth happened to overhear. He said. So here's the. Said Miss Nelson, and she wasted no time getting home. After rummaging around in her closet, she found what she was looking for, an ugly black sweatsuit. Then she made an important phone call. I'll be right there, said the voice at the other end. The next day, Mr. Blandsworth announced that there would be football practice as usual. Whoever it is, said the guys, let's really give him the business. The doors to the coach's office flew open, and out stepped a lady in an ugly black dress. Ha ha, not what we expected. My name is Viola Swamp, said the lady, and I'm here to get results. It's Blandsworth, cried the guys, and they all laughed him off the field. It really does look like Mr. Blandsworth. Oh, rats, said Mr. Blandsworth. How could they tell? Just then the guys heard the sound of squeaky tennis shoes. So Mr. Blandsworth gave it a shot. He gave it a try. I am Coach Swamp, said the lady in the black sweatsuit. Who do you think that can be? Holy smokes, cried the team. It's the Swamp. The team's fullback tried to pussyfoot away. Not so fast, Mr. Smarty, said Coach Swamp. And look, she's got a hold of his feet right away. Wow, said the guys. Did you see that tackle? Coach Swamp was a real expert. She put the team to work right away. The guys had never done so many leg raises. More, said Coach Swamp. And they are just working out there nonstop. They had never run so fast. Faster, yelled the Swamp. Oh, this is murder, said the guys. Pipe down, said Coach Swamp. It was only a matter of days when the Smedley Tornadoes were looking better. Coach Swamp really gave them the business. Look at the team here in this picture. They're starting to really kind of know what they're doing. Mr. Blandsworth was a little puzzled, however. Who is this Miss Swamp? He can't figure it out. Maybe Miss Nelson knows. I will go ask her. Miss Nelson was busy grading papers. There she is, sitting at her desk, grading papers just like teachers do, when Mr. Blandsworth walked in. I don't want to disturb her, said Mr. Blandsworth. She probably doesn't know anyway. He just kind of peeked in the door. Down on the field, Coach Swamp was having a little talk with the team. And don't even think you can horse around again, she said, because the Swamp will be watching. Oh, no, wait a minute. If Miss Nelson's here, who's this? I always thought it was her. This is really confusing. It's not Blandsworth. Who could it be? When Coach Armstrong returned after his rest, he was very surprised by what he found. The guys played like a real team. How did this happen? Said Coach Armstrong. He can't get over it. He is amazed. Said the guys. Now look carefully. We have Miss Nelson and we have Coach Swamp in the same picture. On Thanksgiving Day, the Tornadoes clobbered the Werewolves 77-3. Wow, they really won, didn't they? It was a great day for the Horace B. Smedley School. Look at the celebration. Look how happy they are. Mr. Blandsworth treated the whole team to hot dogs at Lulu's. Miss Nelson went home tired and happy. That is quite a celebration. Sometimes you just have to get tough, she told her sister, Barbara. Oh my goodness, that's who it was. And by the way, thanks for filling it in for me. Anytime, said Barbara. Anytime. So now we know Miss Nelson has a sister, and she was in Miss Nelson Has a Field Day. Fun book. All right. Thank you for listening. Give us a like and subscribe if you're not following my reading teacher. Thanks.